This is 5 Minutes with Brooke and T.J, a midweek challenge, encouragement, or check-in that we hope produces positive change in your faith, marriage, parenthood, and daily life. Let's get started. I don't know how to start these because we have an intro, and
I know.
So I feel weird.
5 minutes starts now. Tick,
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 tick. It's just a clock.
We do this thing on our long-form podcast called
No Notes.
No notes.
No Notes.
No notes.
No Notes.
No
No Notes.
notes.
No Notes.
No notes.
No.
It just goes on forever. I love it. So these are actually notes from our long-form podcast. We actually have no notes for this one. It's something that we do. It gives Brooke extreme anxiety, but we still do it because people like it. And we're just...
Yep.
People say they like it.
No, I know.
I mean, you don't like it.
What? Are you going to ask me questions?
I'm not. So we're doing a no-note 5 minute. And then so I'm a big fan of segments. And on our podcast, we have a bunch of different segments. We have Mount Rushmore, which is like our top 4 of something. We have Strong Feelings, which is like things that make you feel the fiery rage, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. And then we have a segment called What We Highlighted. That's a new one. So this is sort of no notes, but I'm going to read something because I just like, I didn't know what to talk about today, and I didn't have a script, and so we're a minute in. Here we go.
Start reading, babe.
So this is from a book called Hearing God by Nathan Finocchio, and he's talking about the story of Jesus walking on water and how he told the disciples to get in the boat, and his perspective is like some of these disciples were fishermen, and they were like about to go across a lake, and they were like, "Hey, I see those storm clouds. I don't want to get into this boat.
I know what I'm doing. And I should not be here."
And how faith is often like, you just need to get in the boat. And we talk about this in a longer form podcast called Get in the Boat. But I just feel I'm so encouraged by it that I just want to share it again. And so like, this is that getting in the boat is just the general will of God boat. And now I'm going to read from Nathan.
Okay.
The general will boat got all the disciples to the other side. It gets the job done. Even if you've never had a prophetic word in your life, just do what you know the Bible tells you to do. Work hard, develop your skills, and stay in community, and you'll absolutely be doing God's specific will without ever necessarily hearing it. And I feel so encouraged by that just because, like, I've had maybe one or two like really incredible encounters with God in my life. And like most of the time it's just like,
Well, people get really hung up on the super specific things about, is it God's will?
Yeah.
Should I go here to this college or that college?
Yeah.
Should I do this or that or this or that? And it's like, man, if you're
just
following Jesus as closely as you can, I think they're both going to be fine.
Yeah. And if you're just in that general will boat, just get in the boat. And then one of the ways that he talks about like understanding where God is taking you by just being in that boat is by allowing yourself, and here's what he says, take some time and take stock of what he's already said and done. Write down all the ways he has spoken and confirmed his general will about the place you are right now. And so like, what an encouraging thing to do today would be to grab a piece of paper, spend 10, 15, 20 minutes. For me, this is just my thing. I don't like sitting in silence, but I also can't write when words are being sung because then I just end up writing the lyrics. And I'm like, this sounds great.
Our God is an awesome God.
A friend's forever. So I put on instrumental music. Right now, Astronomy Volume 1 by Sleeping at Last. That's my go-to. And and just write down the ways that God has moved in your life. Take stock. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful that I can eat food every day. Like things like that. And you'll start to see like, oh, I'm just in that general will boat, and these are the things that have happened. And some of them might be really small and specific, and some of them might be super big and awesome. But that's just a way to like kind of understand that. Let me see if there's anything. And then I'm going to end with this sort of like in the last part of the book. We consider people and circumstances in the flesh all the time, and we lose heaven because we want victory to come from a place of human glory. Spiritual authority is absolutely a gateway from God that delivers his word consistently, but hard circumstances like the boat in the storm where the disciples found themselves, like a soul-crushing job God has called you to be faithful in, are like a marriage that seems more like Space Mountain than the Little Mermaid attraction at Disney World, are places where God is always glorified. Death should come from these places, and yet he brings life through them. And so like, if you're at a place that's just hard, and frustrating, you might be in just in the boat. And encouragement to you to take stock of some of the things that God has done in your life and just stay in the boat.
Yeah.
And you'll
see. If I ever buy a boat, I'm going to name it God's Will.
God's Will.
Right on the side. Get in the boat, everybody. Bring your life jacket.
That was amazing. Okay, I love you. Bye.